October always leaves a mark.
And we're the ones holding the knife.
And you're trapped with us all month long.
Every night in October, we're crawling into your ears with horror, history, and just enough madness to keep you up.
So grab your snacks, lock your doors, and hope your neighbors aren't listening.
Because this is ROTN Your Ear Season 4.
Let's get rotten.
Fuck, I did it again, dude.
You want to go with that one?
Sure, why not?
Oops, I fucked that up. Here we go.
Let's get rotten.
Let's get rotten.
1, 2, 3.
Let's get rotten. Damn it.
Okay, right. One,
I'm
two,
done.
3. Let's get. You goddamn say it.
I'm done.
1, 2, 3.
Let's get rotten.
Oh, fuck. You know, I think that people are going to hear that intro and they're going to think that every episode is the exact same fucking episode because it seems like the end of the intro is the beginning of the episode.
But doesn't everyone have their own little intro? I mean, that kind of plays the same thing.
It's true.
You get used to hearing the same thing over and over again. Like, hey guys, here's another episode of ROTN in Your Ear.
That being said, welcome to ROTN in Your Ear, guys. I'm Matt.
And I'm Tommy.
And we're the only two people willing to put in the work. So yeah, welcome. It is October the fucking 2nd.
That's right. October the 2nd. 2 days into our favorite season.
Our favorite and most busy goddamn season.
Fucking love it, though.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait to be fucking drowning in necessity. It's fucking amazing. So
what have we been up to since yesterday?
Well, we put out the podcast yesterday. And, of course, with the breakdowns, we're only going to tell you guys what we ended talking about in most of those, and that was the Mr. Bean family.
Oh, the Sonny Bean family.
Yeah.
Or Sonny Bean clan.
Yes. And, that was fun when we finally got around to the topic. But, pretty good podcast from what people have said. I try not to listen to it.
Yeah, 3 people liked it.
Yeah.
Wait, that was just us.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Fuck.
No, I had somebody said that they had listened to the podcast and made us pictures with beans. Scooter, Klern, and his woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
they were like, we heard your
cool.
podcast and y'all were talking about beanie weenies and lima beans, so it's fucking hilarious. It's awesome.
I gotta see their picture or whatever they made.
They just sent it to me on Messenger. I'll show it to you.
Show it to me now.
God damn.
Right now. Where the fuck is your phone?
So anyways, guys, so that was...
we had our very first Strips Down episode yesterday, made by yours truly, Matthew.
So, Grim.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. And,
that's awesome.
So...
I guess I didn't get one.
Yeah, you didn't get one. Nobody likes you.
Nobody likes me.
Yeah.
I hate everyone.
Yeah. So, what did you think about the episode?
The episode was pretty good. It had some cool clips from Hellbilly Hollow, some of the hijinks going on.
I kind of feel like you were insinuating that all of my episodes will be a lot of clips of Hellbilly Hollow earlier.
It probably will be.
It probably will be. You're not wrong.
It doesn't sound like a bad idea. I think one of my episodes might be some of the dumb shit that I record at Hellbilly Hollow. It'd give me a reason to do it. Why not?
It just so happens that most of our free time that we have to film is while we're working at the Hollow.
Matt is now cleaning up the carpet. He spilt his drink all over the carpet, and there'll be another stain. Actually, it's a stain upon a stain upon a stain.
Yeah, it's like it's Inception stain.
There is no telling what is on the carpet under this man's feet.
I can tell you what it is. What do you call those? What do you call those organisms that can create of like single cells? Homunculus. Homunculus. There's a bunch of little tiny minuscule homunculus.
All right, so back to the episode. There were some clips of Grimm playing with nature.
Yeah.
And them her eating a potato, I think.
Yeah, she ate a potato. It's disgusting. She eats raw fucking potatoes. It's disgusting.
It's basically like behind the scenes kind of stuff of us being
Mine will be like that primarily, but of course we're going to rigorously try to get more, A, B, C, D, E, F, G type of stuff done, because one of the things I haven't really done personally is have it where I do a really shitty ass skit. Like, normally we try to, like, overproduce our shit, but we saw this fucking movie yesterday that was called...
the shark movie?
Yeah, it was like fucking
it was
metalhead
ridiculous.
shark. And, dude, we can do movies better than that, but if we shot a movie like that, we could have done so fucking fast, and it would be so stupid. And I'm thinking, like, of doing something really bad like that.
I think we should.
I think Dolls versus Teddy Bears was a great example of how really bad actually worked well.
I think you should bring that back. Honestly.
I think so, too.
Or remember our idea about the Maddie's play hour or Maddie's toy time or something like that, where you pretend like you're a kid and you're playing with your toys, and you can hear like parents in the background yelling and fighting with each other because they're like piece of shit parents.
Yeah.
And then it goes into your imagination, and then it's the toys playing.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to how I kind of
like
do the
that.
Jason stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking great.
That would be great. Hell, that would be fun to do your Jason stuff.
We could.
Like that.
Like you had a friend come over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you did your Jason stuff and you said you went Jason to Jason and you hit the ground with the toys and they start fighting, and then it's like, and then it's you dressed up as both Jasons, like fighting with it as if, because there's a lot of like music videos that do that too. Like where you take those toys and then you go down into their level and have like the thing happening.
Or maybe I can put you in another Jason costume.
Yeah, and we'll just fucking dance and shit. Like, so yeah, oh God, we're giving all this stuff away. I'll just stop giving all our best stuff away.
Yeah, our best stuff, my ass. Yeah, if you want it, take it.
Take it, please. That way we won't have to do it.
No, I want to see if you can do it better than us.
Yeah, no shit.
Prove us
Honestly,
wrong. Prove us shitty.
Honestly, anything we do, you guys, please take it and try to do it better than us.
Hell yeah. We're all just copies of copies anyway.
Yeah, I'm a copy of a copy of a copy of your mother.
Easy there, Trent.
Yeah, that's my name, Trent. What a fucking dick move if I know a couple kids named Trent. Ow. Just ouch. It's not a very solid name if you just use it with something. Like, think about if it's
I don't think I know any Trents.
I know a couple of Trents.
I'm sure I've come across a Trent before, but I just don't know any that stand out in the back of my head that I've known for
Trent
years
Reznor.
or anything.
Oh, that sounds sharp name. And then you'll think Trent Whittlemeyer. Like, God damn it.
Harrison.
Yeah, Trent McPherson. Trent McPherson here.
That's actually not too
Trent
bad.
McPherson is pretty good. It's a solid name.
Trent McPherson coming to you live.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, we've talked for about 8 minutes. That's good for a good intro part. It's like a fronter there.
Oh, so we're done talking?
I mean, for the front part.
Have we not done anything else cool in one day?
Fuck no, we haven't done
We went to work?
Yeah, we both worked.
Whoa.
Hey, high five. Let's talk about work.
You want to talk about everything I did today?
Yeah, let's talk about what you did today.
No. I hate my life.
Yeah, so we worked. And it was work. Yep.
It was. All right, so coming to you next.
The next is Halloween and video games. We draw a line between true horror and the digital world with stories of creepypastas and
like cursed video games, our experience with our favorite horror video games, banned video games, or at least video games that they try to get banned.
So get ready for that, because we can talk about that shit for a minute.
Just for a little bit.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we'll be right back after this short commercial break. So do you want to do the music for the commercial, or you want me to do it? Hey, guys, come on down to Hellbilly Hollow this weekend and have your wildest dreams brought true by our famous haunt actors. Join Grim, B, Tommy, Matt, and the whole crew of Riri's for a super fun time. Get scared. Get scarier. Find your true love in the dirt. Eat a rock and don't hurt anybody. Thanks, guys.
Hellbilly Hollow.
Hellbilly Hollow.
It's located in Vincent, Alabama. Be there.
Okay.
All right, we are back.
Oh, what a great commercial break.
You know, this is something we didn't really do last season. You know, we would usually stop it and then like talk a minute or chill and then go, okay, let's go.
Yeah, but fuck
here
that
we're just letting the ball
we
roll.
right through it, man. We'll make the commercials out
yet.
as we go. God damn it, that's how good we are.
Yeah,
did you guys hear the last commercial? That was fucking gold.
A plus.
A fucking plus. All right, guys. So we move on to our topic of video games.
Video games.
So I'd like to start with sort of like mine and your experiences with video games and horror video games way back in the day. And I want to go back to my youngest fucked up video game thing because I've always had this weird kind of thing with video games. I used to have a little Bandai small little tiny, looked like an arcade machine with a little controller on it. It was very small.
Right.
And it had a couple of pixels that would light up as you moved the thing. And it was this kind of like this Tyrannosaurus eating, it was like a Pac-Man game, but with a
and
dinosaur.
This is a horror game?
Yeah, no, not at all. It was just a fucking bullshit game. Anyways, I had put a tooth under my pillow and was waiting for the tooth fairy. And I was like, I'm going to stay up and I'm going to catch the tooth fairy.
Okay.
And that night I stayed up, and when I thought the tooth fairy was coming, I looked out of my covers and that digital dinosaur creature was in my room, and it fucking terrified me. And I was terrified of that game. Yes, I'm dead ass serious. It was exactly that shit. And that was when I was like, fuck, man, I was like 5 or 6 when that shit happened. This was before, like, in-home games were C64. They were trash. They were like text games.
I mean, I remember having an Atari and then a fucking Nintendo and some other shit. I don't remember all of it, but
you remember anything from back in those days of games that like were disturbing to you?
There are parts of my childhood that I think were erased due to certain things that I probably shouldn't have done in my life. I get glimpses of memories.
I don't recall,
but like full-on stories about like when I was this, or whatever in 1925.
It's just for me. It's like
some people. I don't know if they're just telling. They're just
they're
like bullshit.
Everybody's making it up, dude. You're gonna remember these little tiny pieces, and then everything else you just kind of accept is.
So yay, my brain isn't fucked up. I'm normal.
Not at all. I'm always amazed when people are like, oh, I remember this one time, blah, 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 blah. I can't remember shit. But if I sit and start talking about a certain topic, sometimes I can pull up those files. I remember, let's see, what do you remember was the first like horror game interaction you had with what was a horror game?
Horror? I mean, that's probably early 2000s, probably playing like Manhunt or The Suffering.
The Suffering was good. See, I personally roll that shit back to Resident Evil would have probably been the first horror game I ever played, the very first Resident Evil.
I know I've played several Resident Evils and Silent Hills. I just can't remember any timelines of when I actually played it. A lot of these games came from the original Xbox that I was into.
Keep talking. I'm gonna look up. I'm doing research.
One of my favorites, of course, is definitely The Suffering, and they did a Suffering Part 2 called The Ties That Bind, due to the success of The Suffering. And you basically play as wasn't it like he was a patient or something? And there was like this mad scientist doctor type dude.
On and shit,
they had like this mad scientist doctor type dude that was like over on the PA, and he would talk. And I actually inspired by that character when it comes to my doctor character.
My favorite thing about The Suffering was that all the bad guys were based on like different murder, capital punishments.
And here's Matt, his memory. He remembers a lot more than I do.
Like,
I remember the electric guy that was killed by an electric chair. The poison guy.
Well, the first ones you come in contact with are the little tiny ones that look like guys, but they had syringes, like needles stuck in them. It was lethal injection.
Okay.
And then there was the ones that were like the worms, that were the ones that.
So
were
it was
like
it was almost like a prison sort of.
Yes.
I just remember it was like a mansion, unless I'm getting confused with part 2.
Yeah. Okay, so Resident Evil released in 96. That would have been my first experience with a horror game. And like Resident Evil was a great example of a horror game because when you first find out about zombies, dude, they played this fucking cutscene. The zombie's face turns away. It turns around and looks at you. It's just like classic shit. That's not even what scared me about that game. What fucked me up about that is that, again, not necessarily that I didn't play horror games before that game, because there was other pseudo horror games like Castlevania, stuff like that, but not like horror.
I always forget about Castlevania.
When I first played that game, I was with my friend, hanging at his house, and they had these little typewriters in the different rooms, and when you saved your game, you saved it on a typewriter.
Right.
And so I go into the mansion, there's a typewriter right there, and it's on like the main hallway of the whole entire area. And I go in there and I go to save, and I hit save, and when it saves, it says, save number 1, M.Hull. And I go, how the fuck does that game know my name?
Oh, was it like... It was a hallway.
It was the main hallway of the Resident Evil manor. So it was main hallway. But to me, it said Matt Hall. And I was like, it freaked me the fuck out.
M.Hall.
Yes.
When you first saw that, I could understand.
Because I was like, games didn't even, like, you couldn't put a name on a save file.
How the fuck does it know my name?
I was like, there's no saved information. That doesn't work like that. How the fuck does this know my name? Yeah, that was my first experience with a horror game.
Wow. I'd probably be freaked out for a second there until I realized it, or my friend pointed it out. Like, dude, that's the main hall, bro.
Yeah, exactly what happened.
Like,
Fred was like, "That's the fucking main hall, you dumbass," and I was like, "God damn it, I feel like an asshole."
It was cool for a second there.
Yeah, no shit. So games like The Suffering, we can talk about like Mortal Kombat 2, which was like banned everywhere and banned. And now,
because of the violence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, fuck, man, Mortal Kombat, like you see the fatalities now, and they pull your wiener off and eat it and shit like that. Like, it's wild.
As long as they don't show boobs, that's all they care about now.
Yep. I remember a game called Thrill Kill that was on the PlayStation, but it was a modded game. You had to have a mod chip to even play it. But it was a 4-player arena where like you just go in and kind of beat the shit out of each other. And it worked by whoever was getting the most hits, they build up this meter, and you could do a fatality on somebody, and then it would be 2 versus 1. And then you do that same thing again, do a fatality, and then it goes to just a 2-on-2 battle that you had to beat and then do a fatality on them again. And that was like the more flashy fatalities.
Gotcha.
That game was so banned. One of the characters was a dominatrix that had like a shock rod, and she would like sit there and go hand the shock rod to the person. This is her fatality. He takes the shock rod, sticks it down his throat like he's sucking a cock, electrocutes himself while she sits over there and fucking like rubs on herself.
Well, that's very sexual.
Yes, that game was wild. One of the characters was
we need to fucking download this game and play it.
It is a fucking wild game. I'm sure there's like an emulator of it.
I bet you there is out there if you fucking looked hard enough.
But Thrill Kill, that was a wild game. Manhunt was
Manhunt
banned.
is fucking amazing. Part 1 I don't think was banned, but when Part 2 tried to come out, they actually had to like change some of the scenes.
Yes,
I remember it was on the news, and parents were freaking out about it. Rah, 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 as parents normally do, especially certain types of parents.
Yeah.
But they had to like I said, they had to change parts of the scene where I think they were throwing fecal matter or pissing on you when you first get into the fucking prison. And they had to take that out so they could actually get the rating that they needed to actually sell games back in 06, 07. I don't fucking remember. But those games are fucking phenomenal, especially the first one.
And see, Manhunt came out at the same time. A lot of people were trying to release like the most controversial game they could, so they would get that sort of ban hit. Because I remember that Rockstar released State of Emergency.
Yeah.
And State of Emergency is literally a mass shooter game.
Was Manhunt a Rockstar game?
Yes. Wow. I think I might be wrong about that.
God, I wish they would bring that game back.
I think they are. I think they are working on
that. Would be sick. I've been out of the loop when it comes to playing video games with everything else that we're doing. But if Manhunt came out, I'm on that shit.
Hitman is on VR.
But they'd probably make it like super online.
But that's what I'm saying. Hitman's on VR. Hitman, you walk up to somebody and fucking cord their throat and do different murder moves. It's basically Manhunt.
Yeah, but Manhunt had that fucking
grindhouse shit.
Yeah,
like those fucking crazy cameras.
The dudes on the PA system telling you what to do.
Yeah,
and you going through and you have to like fucking find certain objects.
They stole that idea for Ayn Rand. What's the Bioshock?
Bioshock.
When he's telling you the whole time, would you kindly?
Horror type game,
great horror game,
and it's fucking phenomenal.
And
I enjoyed
been able
both.
To get back to
Part 3 was okay.
In the air.
Yeah, it was okay.
I liked it, but it wasn't as horror as the original.
Yeah. The first one, especially.
Being up in the sky wasn't as scary as being buried.
They had that weird
ocean.
little hook thing.
Yeah, you had to ride the rails and shit. Yeah. All right, so that's kind of our experience with video games. Anything else you can remember? The original E.T. game on Atari, that one scared the fuck out of me because I always had a fear of E.T. And it's the same game that literally destroyed the Atari.
When I was younger, I remember playing like fucking Ninja Turtles and of course Mario. I mean, some of the lame games that came on the Atari. I just don't really remember anything scaring me in a video game.
There was a game on the Commodore 64 that was a program game.
More scared that my mom was going to run in and yell at me and say, "Get outside!"
Yeah, while you're watching the Scramble channel.
Break my Nintendo because we're fighting over who gets to play next.
Yeah, me and my brother had that as an issue when we were kids.
She straight up smashed the Nintendo outside.
Damn.
She was mad.
He was big mad.
Big mad.
Okay, so I want to talk about some of the creepypastas that are surrounding video games. And there is a really famous story called Been Drowned. And it's a story, it starts with a college student who bought a used Majora's Mask cartridge from an old man at a garage sale. The cartridge was gray, missing the original label, and had the words Majora scribbled on with a black marker. It kind of moves forward where there was a save file already on the game that said Ben. There's like this whole like the NPC is always in the clock tower, and it was like the mask. When you put the Majora's Mask on, you become the statue. That statue of Link was like always following him around. The music would play backwards. Characters would be in the wrong place. And like Link would die suddenly and be replaced by the Eulogy of Emptiness statue, the stiff, lifeless duplication of Link with hollow eyes and fixed grin. Cutscenes played in the wrong place, sometimes showing Link burning or drowning. The happy mask salesman appears consistently, repeating his unnerving laughter. Each time he played the game, it seemed to anticipate his actions, twisting them into something horrific. The phrase "you shouldn't have done that" became linked to the story, appearing in the game in the player's nightmares. It kind of goes forward where the tale was presented a series of blog posts. It's a creepypasta, of course.
Right.
But this kid like goes crazy, and there's this cursed Majora's Mask curse, and it starts seeing it in his nightmares, and it just drives him to insanity. Really fucking cool videos on that one on YouTube too. Again, just a kick-ass creepypasta from back in the day. And of course, the grand kuba of creepypastas is that this creepypasta actually started back in the early 80s, and it was the game Polybius. Polybius was a fucking game that they said appeared at an arcade, kids would play it, shit would happen, they'd mysteriously go missing, and that was just fucking crazy as shit. And it went for years and years and years that everybody talked about the Curse of Polybius. Never was it a game. Never did it exist. And then eventually, like, a company was like, dude, somebody needs to make the game Polybius so we can capitalize off that shit. And it was thought to be a government training arcade game, like the fucking last fucking Starfighter. the kid plays the video game, and then the aliens come down and goes, "Oh, if you're really good at playing this video game, you could fucking help us battle these other aliens." You ever seen that, The Last Starfighter?
Yes.
That is what
I don't quite remember a lot of it, but I know I've seen it when I was younger. That goes along with like those old ass '90s films from like the Boy Who Could Fly.
Yes, and the Flight of the Navigator.
Yes.
So yeah, Polybius, one of the oldest creepypastas in the existence of video game like ethos.
That's pretty cool.
You got anything?
There's this game called Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
Yeah, and the Eternal Darkness ones always were fucking badass.
I've never played this game.
Because in Eternal Darkness, as you experienced things that were happening, you had a sanity meter. And as your sanity meter grew, more fucked up shit would start happening to you because you couldn't tell the difference between what was really happening in the game and what was insanity. And it would push it to fucking with you, the player, and doing things like all files erased, or it would fuck up your screen. Like, it literally went out of its way to fuck with the player of the game.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah. I kind of want to play it. Yeah, it says that it was released on Nintendo GameCube in 2002. Known for innovative sanity meter, which gave the player a very good idea of how close his or her character is losing his or her mind.
And it was like by things attacking you or you experiencing things would push that meter up.
The game's narrative which spanned across different eras, delved into Lovecraftian horrors and twisted realities.
So fucking cool.
Reports of players experiencing unexplained phenomena outside the game, such as whispers and hallucinations, have led to believe that Eternal Darkness possesses a curse that blurs the line between virtual and real. A lot of that is just you playing a fucked up game.
And it's
the same way watching a fucked up movie, especially when you were younger. And I can't. What the fuck movie was it? Anyways, it was a movie that I watched, and then of course I go outside by myself to smoke a cigarette, and this is like 2:00 in the morning. So every little fucking noise, you're just kind of like, ugh.
And you're only like 8 years old, so. When you were 8 going outside to smoke a cigarette.
Good one. I see what you did there. It didn't click at first, and I'm like, I wasn't 8.
Your mom's like, get out of the house right now, take a cigarette, shut your fucking mouth, you're driving me crazy.
Get one of your fathers. I don't like his. I only got
one of the long reds and go into the yard.
I only got 4 left, so take one of your father's cigarettes.
Well, it's the same thing I told you about the stupid robot dinosaur game. Like, I just saw that in the game, and of course, I was probably dreaming when I thought I woke up and caught the Tooth Fairy, and I saw that dragon thing that looked like a digital square.
Actually, you're probably gonna hate me for what movie that I actually thought about.
What movie?
It was the one with the fucking cameras and the demon. It was really big for a while there, and they made like 7 fucking movies.
Oh, Insidious or
no? It was like mostly fucking found footage shit, and they would set up cameras in the house, and it ended up being like a demon that's walking through fucking powder.
Are you talking about goddamn Paranormal Activity?
Yes.
God damn it.
When
it wasn't even a demon. It was just some fucking
When
ghost.
I first watched that fucking movie when it was in theaters, I watched it on the fucking, like a bootleg version of it, and it fucking sucked. It was terrible.
It's so bad.
And then I watched it at my friend's house, who has like this huge fucking stereo system, surround sound, bass tube, all that shit, and having that extra noise made that movie a lot fucking better.
I watched that movie when it released in the movie theaters. I was hyped as fuck.
You watched it in the theaters?
Yes.
And you thought it was garbage?
It was fucking trash. And let me tell you why. I thought it was trash because I was already in independent filmmaking, and we had done a thing called Phantom Brothers, where we used literally every stupid, easy trick that they used in that movie. Okay. And I'm like, okay, so that's a guy in the closet flipping the light on.
So you were...
That's not scary.
So you were jealous that their movie hit and yours didn't.
Yes, and I was like, this is trash. How in the fuck? How in the fuck did a movie make it to the movie theater that uses a magnet Ouija board trick? Somebody standing in a closet flipping a light on and off and having fishing line to close the door.
We did that once.
I'm telling you, how the fuck did this movie get big like this?
I don't know.
If you did that shit nowadays, they would laugh because you could go on YouTube and watch a million better ghost videos and be like, holy fucking shit, that really does look like some real shit.
It hit, man.
That's wild.
It's to the Conjuring
to me
type people, the people that like the fucking religious kind of.
That's fine.
Mainstream horror,
but
I guess.
They didn't dive into the religious side of it.
And all that.
This was very just a couple. Like it became that eventually, but to begin with, it was just a regular ass haunting.
Yeah,
and that ended in a possession.
I liked some of those movies. They kind of continue to follow the story. Part 2 is almost just like part 1. And then they had some that would like go like almost like a prequel, but they couldn't go too far back because they actually had like cameras and shit.
Yeah. To me, I think that a movie like The Blair Witch, found footage like The Blair Witch, still has a place in today's cinema. But found footage like Paranormal Activity does not.
The Blair Witch, a lot of people hate it. But
I fucking
love it. Anyone I see that doesn't like the fucking Blair Witch, I just can't help that your opinion fucking sucks.
And even though Book of Shadows was not the movie that Blair Witch was,
part 2, I didn't like part 2.
I love part 2.
I was wanting more part 1.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that. It was a letdown if you go into it but it's part 2 to a thing that doesn't have a part 2.
Yeah,
like you can't follow.
It's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
you know, part 2 is campy and
because there's no we're in the.
He purposely did it that. They both possibly purposely did it that way just because they know that they wouldn't be able to recreate it again.
Right, because the original one was an experimental film that they did these very specific things to help them improv it. When Lionsgate bought the rights to it, Lionsgate's not going to make a fucking movie like that.
I do love Scary Movie's rendition and making fun of that.
Yeah.
Like all the snot coming out of the nose and shit. Was it Shorty standing in the corner and he turns around and he's like, "What's up, y'all?"
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the fuck he said.
I've seen so many fucking like videos like that of just ripping off like the whole tent scene where the thing's like on the outside of the tent and they freak the fuck out. Dude, that movie's solid. We're not even talking about video games now. Hey, there is a Blair Witch video game that's actually pretty fucking good.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
Is it cursed?
It's probably not cursed, though. Well, we've gone off topic one too many times. I think we're going to wrap this up. What do you think?
Is there more cursed stuff we could talk about?
I don't know.
You know, like the back rooms or...
Yeah, the back rooms. That's not really a video game as much, but... They made video games of it, but the backroom is just the theory of linear space.
Okay.
I mean, like, again, I could go on and on about different horror games, especially considering, like, Silent Hill 2 for me is one of the best. Silent Hill 4, maybe a lot of people didn't like it, but that game is fucking phenomenal.
I fucking love Silent Hill 4.
The Room is up there with one of my favorite fucking Silent Hill. I like Silent Hill 2, but... it had all those fucking bugs and issues, whereas 4's bugs were a little bit easier to deal with.
Just wanting to get out of that fucking room, dude. And then
looking
at all the little clues and the hole in the wall. And
the fucking screaming babies that come out of the wall and shit like that.
And you finally get out through the bathroom, I think. There's a hole in the wall that happens.
But it appears in different places of the house. And you watch the girl get murdered through the fucking hole in the wall to her apartment.
Very interesting game.
Fucking bad.
I think a lot of people didn't like it because they sucked at it.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I get out of this stupid room? What am I supposed to do? I gotta look out the window again.
And there was another thing, like there were so many different cues in that game that led to PT, which was another Silent Hill game that was basically put together by Guillermo del Toro. It had the character model was based on the guy from Silent Dead, Dylan Dixon.
I mean, Daryl Dixon?
Yeah. I can't remember what his name is.
Walking Dead?
Yeah, I met that guy too, and I cannot remember what his fucking name is.
You met him at the chicken house, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm going to get my ass kicked for that one. But anyways, that, goddamn ride with... Anyways, that... PT was so fucking cool because it was like you had to do this shit over and over and over again, and you were just in this one fucking hallway, and it repeated and repeated, and the radio was talking to you, and these weird shit was happening. But the room was like that too because you just had to fuck around. Look out the window one too many times, and then that leads to the next part happening, or investigate this dresser, or go stand over next to this fucking wall. That's what I liked about that game.
Speaking of Silent Hill, the new Silent Hill F is out.
Yeah.
I fucking want to play it. I'm going to wait till like all the bugs get out.
Yeah, because it's Konami. It'll be fucking bugged out.
Maybe some downloadable content. Maybe it'll go down in price. Who knows?
Who knows? Well, the new Silent Hill is... they're working on another Silent Hill game, and the new Resident Evil will be coming out soon, and it looks wild. Are they
supposed to be doing a Silent Hill movie?
Yes, Return to Silent Hill should be coming out at some point.
Okay.
And it's based off of part 2, not middle part. Like, Resident Evil 2, like whatever they called it, that was such a weird movie. It didn't have anything to do with the Resident Evils. Resident Evil, the Silent Hill,
They were just making action flicks, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah. Oh, and there's a new Resident Evil coming out eventually, too, that is directed by the guy who did Barbarian and Weapons that we just recently watched. The guy from Whitest Kids You Know is directing it.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, Zach. I can't remember his last name, but his first name's Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Yeah. So, yeah.
This has been Matt and Tommy's episode.
Matt and Tommy's ROTN Your Ear episode.
October 2nd.
Y'all didn't think it was going to happen.
October 2nd, 2025. We hope you motherfuckers have a wonderful day.
And don't forget to check out ROTN Your Ear tonight. Not ROTN Your Ear. Check out ROTN Strips Down. Tonight is Grimm's episode.
That's right. It's
going to be a fun
episode.
one.
So who knows what it's going to be?
Who knows?
You never know with that potato-eating woman.
Nope. All right, guys. Well, we will see you in the funny papers. Go fuck yourself and stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Oh, wait. I forgot to say, here comes Grimm's extra story. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, we're doing another Grimm story?
Yeah, she wants me to tag them on to the end of these. So.
God damn it.
Here we go.
I'm Grim Solace, and I'm reading Little Lamb. They thought she was prey. When the town's registered predator pulled her into his rusted truck, gagging her with duct tape and binding her wrist with zip ties, she trembled like any terrified girl would. Her eyes filled with tears, her breathing hitched. She whimpered beneath the tape, looking every bit the helpless lamb he wanted. But inside, she was smiling. He brought her into the basement, the one reeking of mildew and old sweat, the chains hanging like ornaments of depravity. She saw the stains on the floor, blood, semen, piss, and heard muffled cries from behind a bolted door. Other girls, other victims. They looked up at her with shattered eyes, expecting only another lamb for the slaughter. She let him think he owned her. She shivered when his hand brushed her cheek. She sobbed when he traced her arm with a knife to make her docile. She fell to her knees when he barked commands. Every act of submission was a performance, a mask so perfect he never saw the blade of hunger behind it. That night, when he left her chained and stumbled upstairs to drink, she slid the bobby pin from her hair. The act of wriggling out of her chains was almost boring. She'd done it dozens of times before. She freed the girls first, whispering, "Wait, when you hear him scream, run!" And scream he did. She crept into his bedroom with a hammer from the basement. He was sprawled on the bed, drunk and bloated, his lips parted in sleep. The first swing shattered his jaw. Teeth sprang across the sheet. The second caved his cheekbones into paste. He woke, choking on blood, flailing, trying to scream. But she climbed into his chest, driving the hammer into his skull again and again, until his head was a crater of bone shards and gray matter. But she wasn't finished. She dragged his body downstairs, waking his wife and son with a trail of blood. Their screams rose when they saw her, drenched in gore, smiling wide. She gutted the wife in front of the boy, pulling intestines out in loops, painting the floor with steaming entrails. The son she tied to a chair, whispering in his ear as she sawed his father's face off with a serrated kitchen knife. Like father, like son, you'd grow up just like him. She pressed the bloody mask into the boy's face before splitting his throat wide open. It was so deep his head sagged sideways. The basement was hers now, but she didn't keep it as a torture chamber. No, she burned it to the ground after freeing the captives. Watching from the woods as flames devoured the house, the town's dirty little secret incinerated in one night. The girls told police that they'd been saved by her, the trembling lamb who'd somehow found the courage to fight back. What they didn't know was that this was only the beginning. She traveled after that. She hunted men who lured children in parks, men who slipped drugs into drinks, men whose neighbors whispered but never acted. She found them, played their game, became their victim, until the act dropped and she revealed the wolf behind the wide eyes. They always died screaming, begging, choking on their own sins as she ripped them open, bled them dry, and left their bodies as warnings. The papers called her Angel of Vengeance. The women she saved called her a hero. But in the mirror, spattered with arterial spray, she called herself exactly what she was, a killer. And she had never been more alive.